Hey guys, Lord here, back again with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Warhammer 40k, I believe it is the Darktyde Traitor Guard. Brought to us by the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys. Good old Toddy Mac delivering another quality Warhammer 40k release in, I believe it is, once again, the Darktyde Traitor Guard, who looks a lot like something Hellboy would meet in a dark alley. So that kind of is why I picked it up. Much like the Necron Warrior, looks a lot like Metallo from DC, which is funny because we still need a Metallo in the DC Multiverse line. Hopefully a Mega figure that is reminiscent of the Mattel Collector Connect. That would be really cool. See something like that. But this isn't a DC video last I checked, so let's cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review. Starting off with the Darktyde Traitor Guard's only accessory. Only real accessory anyways. This rifle here is very cool. Very large. It is about up to his crotch there. So it's a decent size. You could use this as a Spawn figure if you wanted. And then of course it comes with the hockey puck display stand, which we're used to seeing with all McFarlane Toys releases. Although this time it has the Warhammer logo on it. So the Darktyde Traitor Guard looks really cool, and if I get the name wrong, I'll have it right on the title. So you can't skewer me in the comments forever, you know. All you with my Migo Frankenstein videos can suck it. Either way, as far as his articulation goes, his head will rotate. Not so much up and down, just due to the sculpt and whatnot. So I can give him a pass. It feels like it could go back. It goes back a little bit there. Not too much, but not too bad for having the type of helmet he's got. His shoulders are kind of loose on the forward and back, but he does have a little wiggle in there. And then if you pop the pauldron up, he can put his arm out to the side all the way, so that's nice. He does have a bicep swivel and a double joint at the elbow. Also looks like something from Judge Dredd, doesn't it? He does have the ball hinge wrists, which with this guy, you're pretty much going to want the in and out, because that's the only way you can hold the rifle effectively. His torso can crunch back a little bit here, given all the stuff he's got going on, and forward about that much. So not the best range, but with the combination of the two joints there, you can get him to move around. He does have some swivel in there and some tilt side to side, but again, not a lot. I would say he gets the most out of the upper body there. His skirt does get in the way of the hips. It's pretty hard plastic. It's actually not hard plastic, but it's super tight on there. So when you go to bend his legs forward and back, it doesn't want to do much. Same with in and out. So his legs are pretty restricted. You can't do a lot with that. Same thing with the thigh cut. He doesn't really have one. That said, he does have double knee. At least he's supposed to. Maybe I can get the other side to pop here. There we go. So he does have a double knee. I will say, in some cases with McFarlane figures, you want to have the top knee joint pop one segment there so he can stand, because he does have the ball hinge ankles, and while they do work okay, it could work better. He does have the rocker and whatnot, and he does have toe joints. They are pretty tight on him. Yeah, that one doesn't want to go very far. What about this one? Yeah, they're pretty locked, I will say. So, cool looking figure. He's kind of brickish though. You can't do a ton with him. But he's not going to fall over on you. So if you have an army of these, they shouldn't topple like dominoes. So, yeah man, cool figure. Not perfect though. But I suppose for the price point of what, 20 bucks? I mean, that's a bargain. It's a unique sculpt. It's a cool looking sculpt if that. I think it's worth it. Not going to be a figure of the year or nothing for me. I think the Necron Warrior just blows this guy out of the water. And so does the Tyranid Genestealer, who I do have out for comparison. So without further ado, let's cut right to the chase and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here's our handy-dandy Traitor Guard alongside the Tyranid Genestealer as promised. Unfortunately, the Necron Warrior is in storage right now, but we do have the Chaos Marine, who's about the standard size for a Marine figure. So, yeah, we got a Nazi zombie-looking mother trucker, a Lovecraftian alien nightmare, and a demonic space marine. Sounds like my kind of party. Or is it? I don't know about that. Seems kind of scary as all get out. So let's get these two out of here before they start singing something that the Hot Topic kids like. That said, this of course would not be one of my videos without bringing in good old Brother Mandibulith from Mythic Legions, who is back to having loose ankles already. Gee whiz. And the infamous 11 Spawn, who almost knocked over the review set. Son of a monkey. And as you can see, the Traitor Guard and Spawn are about neck and neck, I think. Not quite. Spawn is a little bit taller if we were to put them eye to eye. But, you know, the Traitor Guard kind of wins by a plume, but last I checked that was cheating. So does he really? I guess you can determine that for yourself. So with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and while our handy-dandy, trusty Traitor Guard here is not going to be figure of the year or anything, there's no denying the fact that the Warhammer 40k line is some of the best that the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys have to offer, because a lot of the figures, even if they're not figure of the year worthy, in this guy's case, are still really solid. Even an average release from this line, in my opinion, is a little bit better than an average release in some other lines, specifically from other toy companies. Hasbro. So, with that in mind, if you are interested in picking this guy up, you'd probably find him on clearance nowadays. He is an older release. I wouldn't bet on finding that Tyranid Genestealer on clearance, though. Maybe he is, but all I know is that one was kind of hard to find. This guy, also kind of hard to find, but he looks a little iffy, we'll say. A bit suggestive, as it were. That said, bonus points for kind of looking like the Stormtroopers of Death mascot, if you squint enough. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later.